Okay, so yeah, good afternoon. We've come to our third session, and last meeting we discussed the first part of the book of James, um, and now we are going to discuss the second part of the book of James. In addition, last meeting, we also talked about the influence of the Sermon on the Mount in the book of James. So now we will talk about yung learning moment, no? Learning moment natin for today is the use of metaphors in the book of James. And there's really a lot of them. And I said the PowerPoint earlier, and if you browsed it, you'll see that there's a lot of this the discussion about the metaphors, and we will look into it this afternoon. Just welcome pa natin si si Brad Roger, si Brad Ogie, no? Churchmate ko din 'yan eh. Churchmate ko din 'yan for some time. At graduate din 'yan ng PMI, so dito siya. So the second half of the chapter, the first chapter will be included following after the metaphors in James. And then on our second part, may pumasok pa eh. Ayun, nandito si Kuya Lito. May mga visitors tayo. Pastor Lito, magandang hapon. Thank you for joining us. Nandito rin si Pastor Justin. So, yan. So, we're, yung lesson plan po for today is the second half of chapter 1 again. Natapos po tayo last meeting sa first half ng chapter 1. So, for, Brother Ogie.
Pastor, thank you po.
Yes po. For Brother Ogie and Pastor Lito,
Yes po.
ang strategy for natin for study is that given that the book of James has 5 chapters, we will dissect it into 2 parts each, no? Kaya po tayo aabot ng 10 parts, but yung first part kasi is the discussion about the background of the book, such as authorship and recipient. So, yun po yung first meeting. And dun sa part 2 po is interpreting the Old Testament in the New. So, paborito ko po itong subject. At kung last meeting, I said to the students na kung meron kayong mako-cover or sabihin natin matatake home sa course na ito sa Book of James, I pray yung yung interpreting the Old Testament in the New. Kasi very applicable to in all the books of the New Testament. Especially when you get into yung mga books like the Book of Hebrews or the Gospel of Matthew, which are yung books that are filled with quotations, no. So we will talk about that later. And then yung interpreting the Old Testament in James. So for now, ang magiging focus ng ating yung concept ng Old Testament in James is on the book of Exodus, no. So meron po kayong konting seat work about it, no. Ang we're going to do is if there is a citation or an allusion in the book of James, no, particularly for the book of Genesis for this afternoon, and then you're going to read how it is presented in the Genesis rather. We're going to study yung Genesis, and then we will look at it back sa sa James. So in other words, we are looking at it from yung understanding it from 2 stages. So again, ang method natin dito is exegetical, no? Sa exegesis pa rin. So next meeting is either kung paano ko may pasok yung Leviticus 19, no? Which is about yung chapter which talks about the command to love your neighbor as yourself. ay tingnan natin kung paano natin maisingit yung Book of Exodus naman, no? Hopefully next meeting kung mapasok natin yung Book of Exodus, or kung hindi man, o di we will move na lang sa ano sa next meeting kasi ano pa naman hindi, we are not in a hurry naman, ano. Although yung imperative about faith without works is dead ay naka-center po dun sa ano no sa second half ng James chapter 2. So yung first half is about the imperative to love your neighbor, while doon sa second half is really about ano no yung marami doon mga allusions from the book of Exodus, especially the what we call the Decalogue, or known to as the Ten Commandments, no? And again, yeah, thank you Kuya Jerry, Sir, si Pastor Justin, no? Okay, so um dito po ako talaga interested, no, yung ano no. Nakakapagod po itong gawin. Tiningnan ko yung mga metaphors in James, no. So, buti na lang 5 chapters lang, no. Buti na lang 5 chapters lang. Pero si James kasi ano, left and right siya kung makagamit ng metaphor, no. And although of course yung simple definition of a metaphor is a comparison, no? The use of comparison. Ay, by the way pala, nakita ko si Kuya Lito. I will send this PowerPoint presentation to you din, no? Bibigyan ko rin kayo ng kopya. So, ano, you'll get the entire material, no?
Thank you po. Thank you.
Opo. Baka kasi next week o kaya next month ituro nyo to sa church ninyo. And I'll be very happy, no, for the glory of God. Pero that's a discussion for another time, no. So makita natin, si James is often using ito yung kaganyan, wave of the sea. Automatic it has something to do with the element of water, di ba? And then driven, tossed by the wind. So ito naman yung air, no. So merong notice that dito pa lamang sa beginning niya, he is already using metaphors from ano no day-to-day life, no. So yung lahat ng tao ay makaka-relate, no. But siguro I'm already giving away kasi I'll have some guide questions later on para lamang sa metaphors, no. And then there is this a double-minded man, ano. So again, ang tao isa lang naman ang ulo ng tao, no. Pero mapi-picture out nila, no, yung picture out ng isang tao, whether siguro based from their experience, no, o kaya naman ano yun nga, experience that may persons na nagsabi sa kanila ng oo, pero later on binago niya yung sagot niya. It comes to mind tuloy yun sa akin yung sa Book of Numbers, no, which says na God is not a man that he ano no, he changes his mind and he does not keep his promise, no. So ano, merong contrast dito dun sa Numbers is yung God, and then yung ano no, yung tao, no, yung tendencies of humanity, no. Uy, tamang-tama. Oo. Nandito rin si Pastor Julius. Yes, magandang hapon. Maayong hapon sa atuwang tanan. Oo. Thank you. Nag-start pa lang po ako, no, for the record, yon metaphor sa atin sa ano. I hope naririnig niya ni Pastor Julius, no, later on, no. Metaphors pa lang po tayo sa James, buong 5 chapters, no. So again, after a double-minded man, nandiyan po yung like a flower of the grass, no. So itong flower of the grass ay ano no, ay let's say we know yung grass, no, yung damo, pero yung flower, yung point out dito kasi sa Proverbs ang tinutukoy naman doon yung damo, no, yung damo na itself, no, hindi yung flower. Pero again, come to think of it, mas mabilis nga naman malanta yung flower ng grass, no, rather than yung ano no, yung damo itself, no. So makita natin kasi nga konting-konti lang ang moisture na meron sa ano no, sa mga bulaklak, no. Kaya madali silang ano no, matuyo. And then nandiyan yung sun. So kung nandiyan yung wave of the sea, nandiyan yung tossed by the wind, nandiyan din yung sun, no. So it comprises yung mga created things ng God, no. Yung mga nilikha ng Diyos. Teka lang po. Teka lang. Last na lang ito ha. Malilate daw si si Kuya Salds. Sabi niya doon sa sa ating sa GM, no? Ayan. Okay, teka lang. Okay, and then yung withers the grass, no? Its flower fail, so we're done with that. And then yung receive the crown of life. So this comprises yung second part ng chapter 1 ng James. So we will be talking about that later on, no? Yung crown of life, no? Very interesting po siya kasi repeated po yung yung word na crown of life, no? And sometimes naman gagamit yung author ng crown of righteousness, no, to describe yung no, yung concept or sense ng rewarding of God, no, for faithful believers, no. And then there is this verb, no, tempted and lured, no, enticed. So ano bang naiisip nyo dyan, class? Pag napunta dun sa verbs na tempted and lured, no? Yung yung bunga, di ba? The fruit.
Opo, yung sa Genesis po, chapter 3.
Oh, good. Yung yung sinabi na that is the fruit do sa tree of life, no? The tree of the knowledge of the good and evil nga pala, no? Kasi sometimes kasi dinidifferentiate yung tree of the knowledge of good and evil dun sa no, sa tree of life, no? Pero anyway. So thank you that Sis April. Nandiyan din yung yung concept ng panganganak ng isang nanay, no? Ginamit yung kasi naalala ko kahit doon sa prophecy ni Jesus about the destruction of the temple, no? Ginamit niyang metaphor doon yung birth pangs, no? Yung nararanasan ng isang mother pag na, yung malapit na lumabas yung baby, no? So gives birth to sin, and then sin, when it is fully grown, brings forth death, no? At we know sin is not a person, pero dito pinipicture out yung sin dito as a murderer, no? Get niyo ba na? Murderer. Sa Ten Commandments, diba, thou shall not kill, o thou shall not murder. Pero dito nape-personified siya, no? Para lumalabas. Siya yung pwedeng maging responsible ng kamatayan mo, no? Something like that, ano? No, when it fully grows, brings forth death. And then yung every good gift and every perfect gift. So yung gift sa atin kasi ang understanding natin ng gift nasa boxes siya, no, na well decorated, And then tingnan niyo how James portrays si God, no, the father of lights, no, father of lights. Of course, when we talk about light, naalala ko rin si John, no, sa kanyang gospel, no. Laging ginagamit ni John yung no, yung dualism na light and darkness, 'di ba? Life and death, si Apostle Pablo gumagawa rin no. When he talks about yung righteousness at saka yung no, yung evil, no, o yung no, yung paglayo sa Diyos o kaya naman paglapit sa kanya, being reconciled with God, yung kaya ang gaganda ng ayun. Yes, thank you. No problem with that. Thank you sa inyong mga pakikipagtulungan. And then there is also, if merong description ng father of lights, there's also a variation of shadow, no? So, and then a kind of first fruits of his creature. So 118, referring to the believing community, no? Tapos a man who looks intently at his natural face in a mirror, no? And then does not bridle his tongue but deceives. Unfortunately, dito yung bridle ay hindi naman pantao, no? Hindi pantao. Yung bridle ay para sa kabayo, or yung mga cases yung mga no, yung mga aso, no? Pag tinatransport sila sa veterinarian o kaya naman ay magpapa dog grooming, no? So binubusalan, yun yung Tagalog term, binubusalan sila. Does not bridle his tongue. So So si James ay using yung metaphor na ina-apply sa animals, no? Dati reload na raw. Okay. Okay, so ayan. And then the next is a man wearing a gold ring and fine clothes, no? So dito pa lang, no, mapipicture out mo na to, no? Paano ba natin ito i-apply sa time natin ngayon? Ha? Ay, minsan kasi ano na lang, nakasakay sa Land Cruiser, no? Isang
Sir,
tao,
ayan yung
ha?
ano, ayan po yung mga
Isang
financially
taong
ano,
ano, no,
able.
relax na nakasakay sa Land Cruiser. Hindi naman tayo galit sa mga naka-Land Cruiser, ha? Napakamahal na kotse nito. Maano lang natin, ang sinasabi ko lang dito yung sense of imagination, ano. In contrast niya, a poor man in shabby clothing, no? 2 verse 2. And then the rich in faith and then the heirs of the kingdom. Ginamit na naman yung ano. So, yung isa, economically rich, no? Physically rich siya. Yung isa naman, spiritually rich naman, rich in faith, no? At tinuturing na heirs of the kingdom. At doon sa heirs of the kingdom, mabibuild sa isipan mo na yung kingdom ni God is napaka gandang lugar, napaka comfortable place, no? And then yun nga lang, meron pa isa, the one who drag you into court, no? So pwede ito yung mga pulis, no? Mainit na discussion ngayon yung sampina, no? No, yung pagsasampina. Okay? And then if a brother or sister is poorly clothed and lacking in daily food, no? So dito, may imagine mo siguro yung mga bata na ano, no? Yung nakalabas yung ano, no, yung isang shoulder, no? Tapos yung damit niya hindi na nalalaban, makita mo may mga mantsa-mantsa, no? Meron talagang ano, meron ka talagang mapipicture out at parang ang sakit ng description kasi sabi dito and lacking in daily food, no? Which means mapipicture out natin na mayroong tao, babae siya o lalaki na baka hindi siya nakakain ng isang araw, no? No? So ano, no, o kaya naman once a day lang siya kumain. Basta we know napakahirap ng condition niya. Ma-imagine natin siguro napakapayat ng taong ito, no, tapos sakitin, di ba? Tapos yung buhok niya may mga kuto-kuto pa, no? So dahil nga hindi napapaliguan, ganyan, no? So ma-imagine natin 'yan. Yung kabila naman ito, be warmed and filled, no? Si Kuya Jim, no, sumakto yung ano, mainit, Pero dito, ang tinutukoy dito sa mga malalamig na condition, ano, na giniginaw, no? So ang ginagawa nila tabi-tabi sila parang sa picture natin ngayon yung 'di ba yung merong lata ng ano, ng gasolina na ano, yung drum na naglalagay sila doon ng apoy, no, na nakapaligid sila kasi giniginaw sila. So, and then yung God is one, which is in contrast dun sa mga demonyo, no? And then was not Abraham our father. So ito naman ang yung metaphor naman about Abraham. And associated with it, mapipicture out natin si Isaac nandun nakahiga na, no? Nakahiga na doon sa altar, no, na ready na para Isaac ialay, no, ni Abraham sa Diyos. And then and also si Rahab, no, the prostitute. But again, we can picture out si Rahab as according do sa book of Joshua na ina-assist niya yung ano, no, yung mga Israelites, no, in their preparation for conquest, no, sa lungsod ng ano ng Jericho, no. At ito naman, nilagay ko na rito, for the body apart from the spirit is dead. So imagine niyo na lang, no, merong isang katawan, no, tapos iwalay sa kanya yung ano, no, yung hindi dapat tinatawanan 'yon. Yung ano, no, yung multo, no, iwala yung multo, no, yung multo kahit anong gawin niya dun sa katawan, hindi niya kayang paggalawin, di ba? So ano, no, hindi. Pasensya na kayo, wala akong maisip na ano na magandang example And then if we put beats in the mouth of horses, parang na pag-usapan na natin yan kanina. Pero sinabi rin yung look at the ships, no, yung merong siyang maliit na timon pero napapagalaw niya yung buong barko, no. And then how great a forest is set ablaze by such a small fire. The tongue is a fire. And again, pagpunta natin dun sa interpreting the book of Genesis sa Genesis sa Book of James, no? Yung word fire is practically in elemental, no? Kasi a while ago we talk about water, air, and then now we're talking about fire. Yung fire, kaya niyang sirain yung creation, di ba? Kung ano yung ginawa ng Diyos, pwedeng sirain ng fire, no? Iba-ibang bagay yan. And then, staining the whole body, setting on fire. Nandun pa rin yung image of fire. And then, ginamit dito yung yung for every kind of beast and bird, of reptile, and sea creature. No? So again, siguro kanina nyo pa na nahalata, no, na while we're talking about this, nalud rito yung yung creation, no, yung creation. So si James was familiar with creation, yung araw, yung hangin, yung dagat, yung mga creatures, yung tao, di ba? However, dito pati yung tao at saka yung yung pagka. And then no human being can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil full of deadly poison. At yung poison, naisip natin diyan yung yung ahas, di ba? Or a cobra. At sa story ng temptation sa Genesis 3, no? Yung pananalita or yung dila ng ahas ang naging cause kaya kaya nadaya si si Adam at si Eve, no? And then from the same mouth come blessing and cursing, the bibig, and then which is later on ginamit as a spring pour forth from the same opening fresh water and salt water. So again, sasabihin nila diyan ay no, di ba? No. So ang rhetorical question siya coming as a rebuke, no? And then a fig tree, no? Kaya na fig tree, my brothers bear olives, or grapevine produces figs. So, before we go on, kasi pag titingnan natin yung mga metaphor, no? Pwede pa natin i-slow down kasi ang fig tree, ang olives, at saka ang grapes, they are the tree, no? Kung gusto niyo idagdag yung pomegranate, no? Itong tatlong ito ang pinaka-importanteng economic resource sa Israel, no? Nung kapanahunan nila nung nila Jesus, no. Tatlo sa importanteng economic produce, no. At kung sa Book of Judges meron pang ang parang nito no. Meron pang parable, no, about itong mga important na na to, no. And then 3:15, this is not the wisdom that comes from above but is earth. So, yung wisdom na merong galing sa taas, meron naman yung earthly or unspiritual. So merong contrast again, no? And then those who are peacemakers will plant seeds of peace. So nagamit naman dito agricultural, no? Ito hindi lang siya planting kung hindi reaping din, no? Hindi ka nagtanim, nag-ani ka rin. At naalala ko yung metaphor din na ginamit ni Paul, no? Sa Book of Galatians chapter 6, yung yung a man reaps what he sows, no? Kung kung tama raw yung natin, it will reap to yung righteousness, no? And then gumamit bigla dito ng war language si si James, no? You fight and wage war to take it away from them, no? Tapos, what do you think the scriptures mean? Pero yung sa scripture, sa understanding, hindi yung kagaya ng sa atin, yung isang buong Bible, di ba? Sa atin, ang understanding natin scripture, parang ganito, yung buong Bible. Pero sa kanila is scroll or a set of scrolls, no? Scroll. So what do you think the scripture? Sa kanila papasok, lalo na yung mga people na regularly pumapasok sa synagogue, no? Maisip nila ito. And then, wash your hands, you sinners, purify your hearts, yung kamay. So, a while ago, we were talking about the mouth, no? And then, yun nga, yung purify your hearts. So, dito yung tongue. Ito pa ba yung mouth? Ito pa rin yung mouth, no? So, dito naman yung hands, tapos yung heart, no? Yung heart. And then, let there be tears for what you have done for 9. Tapos, there is only one lawgiver and judge. So, at dito, on the left, yung picture ng Roman magistrate, no? Yung yung nakatayo siya sa isang podium, yung isang mataas na lugar, no? Doon kasi nililitis yung mga tao eh. And then yung nasa kanan naman, Philippine court, no? Naghahanap ako kasi pag nag-google ka ng picture, maraming makikita yung court courtroom sa West, no? Naghanap naman ako Philippine Court para talaga maano, no, ma-imagine natin, no? Very important yung role ng imagination dito sa ano sa mga metaphors na ginagamit ni James. And then ginamit din yung pag-open ng business, no? Spend a year there and trade and make a profit. Ewan ko kung may mga negosyante dito sa ano, no? Sa classroom, no? Pero may nagsabi daw the church daw is the greatest business, no? Pero hindi naman tayo no. Tayo naman yung kabahagi ng mga matitinong ano, no, na ano, no. Hindi natin ninenegosyo yung simbahan, ano. Pero ginamit pa rin siya dito as a metaphor na ano, merong pagpaplano tapos pupunta siya sa malayong lugar and again. Depende kung anong trade yun. And then for you Aramis, so yung ano, no, hamog, no, that appears for a little time and then vanishes. Tapos yung ano, no, come now you rich, weep and howl. At naalala natin dito yung version ni Luke sa Beatitudes niya, no, or the Sermon of the Plain. But woe to you rich who are rich, for you have already received your comfort. At hindi naman nilalahat dito yung mayayaman. Again, ang tinutukoy dito yung paggawa ng masama, no? Na nai-involve dito yung panghahamak ng mga mahihirap, ganyan. And then your riches are rotted and your garments are moth-eaten. Naalala din natin yan doon sa example sa Sermon of the Mount, di ba? Your gold and silver have corroded and their corrosion. So, dito nang binabasa ko to, napaisip ako, ang gold at saka silver ba, kaya ba siyang magano? Kaya ba siyang kalawangin, di ba? Kaya bang makalawang ang ano? So, nadako ako dito sa ano na to, yung picture na ito ng mga silver spoons, no? At dito, not necessarily they ano, pero we know dito yung nandito sa pinakakaliwa, no, yung itsura niya na silver spoon na ano, no, na naging marumi, no? At another way of saying it, dahil marumi siya, pangit siya tingnan, no? Pangit siya tingnan. At kung ilalagay natin yan sa iron or steel, kayang sirain ng iron yung ano, no, yung kayang sirain ng kalawang ang iron. And then yung paggamit ng storing up ano, no, treasure, no, in the last days. At may imagine din natin, ang ganda ng picture wages of the laborers who mowed your fields, no? At tingnan nyo ito class, no? Kung ano, no, speaker is not working properly. So, again, may imagine natin dito that yung mapoportray na yung ano, no, yung maisip talaga yung how difficult, no, yung buhay ng mga farmers, no, while ang contrast naman nito, you have lived on earth in luxury and self-indulgence, tapos you have fattened your hearts, no, usually yung fattened mga pinapataba, mga ano mga yun nga yung mga guya. Sa atin kasi baboy no, inaano, sa kanila bawal kasi kainin yung baboy no. So ay nako, yung ma-imagine natin yung picture ng ano, no, yung no, again clubbing, no. So yun lang, napaka ano, no, na yung laki ng contrast, no. At yun, what else, no? See how the farmer waits for the precious fruit of the earth. At dito biglang kinabig dito ni James, no, yung binibigyan dito ng honor yung farmer, no, na nagtiyatiyaga, no, hindi yung nagpapaka sarap at nagpaparangya. And then until it receives the early and late rains, no. Tapos look at the prophets who spoke in the name of the Lord, and you know about Job, a man great endurance, Elijah was as humans we are, and yet he prayed. Okay, class. So, mga konting talakayan naman tayo dyan. So, gusto ko marinig, no, what are the broad categories, no, of images the author used, no? For example, siguro tataka kayo ng ano, ayoko kasing ibigay na lahat ng sagot, no? ano yun, how do we organize, no? Yung mga metaphor na ginamit dito ni James. And then the next one is, what information can these metaphors tell us about the author? So, yung metaphor, ini-imagine natin ano ang pwede nating masabi. Kasi di ba, again, wala na yung author, and then the letter is what serves as the witness, no? To the early Christians. So, what does itong metaphors nito, no, tell us about the author? And then, of course, yung third is about communication. How are these picture images helpful to aid this message properly? Yung fourth naman is about kung ano yung most appealing sa inyo. So, this is a subjective question, no, yung personal question yung number 4. So, okay? Anyone?
Sir, sige po ako muna. Ayun, lumino na po pala. Siguro po yung
Kasi
naisip ko
April,
yung
ba't
impromptu
ba't
checklist.
wala kang audio? Pero naka-unmute ka.
Ay, wala po. Ayan po,
Meron pang
rinig po
audio.
ako.
Ay, Tess, wala pa rin.
Opo. Ay,
Rinig niyo ako kasi sir po hindi.
Wala pa rin eh.
Choppy ang
may audio po ma'am, choppy lang.
Choppy lang.
Garalgal po siya.
Oo nga, wait lang po. Narinig sila. Saglit ng close na.
Sige. Hold on na muna.
Ngayon po, okay na
Wala
po?
pa rin. Ewan ko ba sa akin ba yan
Wala
or
pa
what?
din.
Okay na.
Hello, son.
Saglit lang po. Sir, ngayon po, okay na?
Wala pa rin.
Kayo po classmates, narinig niyo po ako?
Yes.
Iba nga sound check ko, baka yung audio ko yung may problem. Kuya Jim, try mo nga magsalita.
Nag-ano?
Ngayon, eto po,
Wala.
rinig niyo na po ako ngayon.
Oh, teka lang ha.